In almost every shonen anime, you can guarantee there's gonna be some type of rival or #2 guy to the strongest or the main character in the series. I mean, just look, Goku has Vegeta, Naruto has Sasuke, and well, Gojo has nobody. Y'all thought just cause Gojo was sealed, I wasn't gonna glaze him in a video? Yeah, think again. But seriously, just think about it. Gojo is so stupidly broken to the point where Geto couldn't even rival him anymore, and he has no rival in the series. And well, when he got sealed up, I was really wondering, whose turn is it to step up to the plate now? Like at this point, we don't really have a lot of options for the situation we're in. Like Itadori's not gonna do it, Megami's sure not gonna do it. Like who's stepping up to the plate now? But hey, after that most recent episode of Jujustu Kaisen, Nanami is looking like he's gonna be the guy to step up to the plate. And I mean that quite literally, that Nanami is taking over Gojo's spot because he got sliced and kicked by this curse user, but yet he took 0 damage somehow. Like at this point, when I was watching this episode, I was truthfully confused if this man Nanami just somehow created his own form of the infinity because he was tired of seeing Gojo put in that work all the time. Like the curse user was looking at Nanami confused, and I'm on the opposite side of the screen looking just as confused because what just happened? I don't know if Nanami just got on steroids all of a sudden because his roid rage took over, and the curse user, he took Buddy and threw him all the way across the table like a cartoon character, and then it gets a shot of Nanami's arm. And what is his arm on right now? He's either lived in the gym immediately after season 1 or he's on steroids. Those are our only real 2 options right now. And the way Blondie was shaking in this next scene, I know it's the same way a lot of you Nanami fans are gonna be when these edits come out of this next scene. Because Mappa, you can't tell me Mappa didn't know what they were doing when they animated this scene and had Nanami pulling Buddy by his hair. This is a textbook definition of fan service for women. Honestly, the edits that are gonna come out of this scene are probably gonna be some of the most degenerate edits we've ever seen from the JJK fandom, and that's if they're not already out by the time this video is released. And if you can't find them, I'm about to put y'all on game real quick to all my JJK editors. All you're gonna do is take this scene of Nanami, put a voiceover of him saying something like "good girl" and make the dude look a little less girly. Boom. 1 million likes instantly. I'm not lying to you. Just do that. 1 million likes. All I ask. Cut me 10% of the profit and it's all yours. Just trust me, the Nanami simps, they're gonna go crazy over that post. And speaking of Nanami simps, whoever animated this episode had to be one of the biggest Nanami simps we've ever seen, because they animated this man, they animated him, and I swear it looked like he was in 8K all of a sudden. Whoever edited this specific scene wanted to be able to reach through the screen and take a bite out of Nanami, because I'm gonna be real, I was thinking about it. Nanami was for sure the star of this episode. He went to town on Blondie and gave him an absolute beatdown, but someone tried to be the star of this episode and it did not end well for them at all. And that person, well, that person would be Nobara. I actually really liked Nobara before going into this episode. Correct me if I get her name wrong, but it felt like in this episode, she got violated. Like, she got straight Sakura treatment the entire episode. Itadori and Megami, though, outstanding performances in their returning fights. They were out there looking like Prime Shaq and Kobe, Prime Braun and D Wade. Like, it was absolutely amazing what they did in their first fight back. But Nobara, in her first fight back, she's out here getting hit with Mortal Kombat X-rays. All that was missing from this fight was a fatality, and that's only because Nanami pulled up to steal the starlight. I'll give her props though for tanking that punch though, because I have to assume that was the equivalent of getting a straight haymaker from Mike Tyson, but times 100. And if that had been me personally, it's GG's go next. I'll see you in the Shadow Realm right where I belong. The writer just had it out for Nobara though, because she legitimately is the only one to take an L this episode. Unless we're gonna count Ino's beatdown that he got in the last episode that we saw the results of this episode, but I don't think I can count that as an L. Like, man went hand to hand 1v1 versus Toji and gets to live to tell the story. Like, that's honestly a W in my book. I don't care what any of y'all say in the comments. Actually, that's not the only person that took an L this episode. I actually forgot, once Toji got his body back, yeah, he murked Granny. I can only imagine, since Granny got off screen, Toji probably did the most menacing, devious things to her, like rip her head off or explode her head, which is why they couldn't show it, because once again, it's Toji we're talking about. The man radiates black Air Force energy to the point where they can't even show the people he's killing on the screen. It's so bad. That little flash step he did to get to her though, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest Toji fan, but that was kind of tough. My man was out there looking like Minato from Naruto. I see you, Toji, man. Hit that flash step on Granny to go get that neck. Pause. But all right, now I see you, Toji. Nothing wrong with taking notes from one of the goats and adding that to your bag. Even Mei with the mop hair caught a W this episode, but her brother Wee Wee, he needs some help. Because this man said the best way to measure the value of someone's life is based off how useful their life is to you. If that's not the most psychopathic, serial killer, murderer thing I've ever heard, I don't know what is. This man is the anime version of Joe Goldberg, except it's with his sister, which makes it extremely weird. The one thing I do find funny though is even though Gojo's been sealed for like 2 or 3 episodes now, the writer somehow still finds a way to glaze him every episode. At this point, honestly, Gojo has no value in the plot or the story, but yet he gets mentioned or brought up every single episode still. Because why, when Mei is coming up with ideas on how Geto is somehow standing in front of her still and not dead when Gojo said she was, she somehow got the idea that Gojo and Geto teamed up together to now end the sorcerer world. She then puts that entire idea in the dirt though, for the sole reason that, well, we're talking about Gojo here, and she knows that if Gojo really wanted to, Gojo could destroy the entire world on his own. He doesn't need some evil plan to team up with Geto. It's Gojo Satoru we're talking about right now. If he wanted to end the world, Gojo would end the world. No evil plan is necessary. The Gojo glazing truly never ends, and well, I'm always here for it. But you wanna know what I'm also always here for? I'm always here for a good old Jujutsu Kaisen jumping, and well, we've been kinda lacking this season, so if they wanna give us more of those, I'm here for more jumpings in Jujutsu Kaisen. That's why we're all here. We love watching people get beat down on and jumped in Jujutsu Kaisen, and if you wanna see a video of me talking about that, well, you can click this video right here on your screen.